and welcome to another video. Today I'm really excited to share with you the Song of the Grandmothers. It is a 66 card oracle deck which includes a guidebook, and it's by Cara Simons, but it's also been illustrated by Mary in the Sky. Now, if you guys haven't watched my previous reviews, you won't have seen these decks, but one of which is the Prairie Majesty Oracle. This is also by Cara Simons. I love this deck. It's my go-to. You will see this deck all the time in my readings on Instagram with these cards here that look a little bit like this. So that's Cara Simons' work. And then Mary in the Sky, she created the Gentle Tarot, which I've got two versions of. I've got the standard version and the pocket-sized edition, both of which I've reviewed, and you can find videos of those decks on this channel here, and you can often see the cards featured on my Instagram. But just in case you want a quick look, these are Mary in the Sky's Gentle Tarot cards. They are absolutely beautiful, so you can see the sort of influences that have combined together here to create what is the Song of the Grandmothers. Now, I've been looking forward to getting this deck for quite some time. And I've been in contact with Cara about this deck. So it's been in the post for a couple of weeks. So it's been like constantly on my mind of when is it going to arrive, and it finally did today. So here it is. It comes in the most beautiful purple box featuring all these lovely animals and nature inspired images. So you can see here Song of the Grandmothers. It has got these thumb holes. It has some information on the back. It says, nature sings a song of life from creation to destruction. The timeless melody invites us to trust the rhythm, sing along, and dance to the music echoing inside our own hearts. The 66 botanical, animal, and elemental grandmothers in this oracle help us to tune in and to remember we are wise, connected, and supported, regardless of age or gender. Anyone can embody the dynamic, expansive flow of grandmother love. These are colour-coded categories. There's also 6 blank cards to customise, and there's a 174 full-colour page guidebook. So I've already opened this deck. Oh, sorry, it's upside down. I've already opened this deck, and I've had a good shuffle through. So the cards are no longer in order. Now, that would usually bother me, but I'm not bothered today. I'm changing my mindset. Live and learn to love chaos. So here we go. Around the edges of the box, when you open it, you can see amethyst there. All these beautiful elemental images. So I will just drop the cards out. Oh, I'm making a mess. And I will pop the box in the background so you can see as we are reviewing the cards, the deck that we're looking at. So as I said, I've shuffled, but I've kept the kind of cards that come with this to one side. So it says here on this card, we'd love to see your custom spreads and custom grandmothers, and they give you the Instagram names, so you can share hashtags and their actual names. You can share the imagery with them, and you can share your spreads. So that's an extra card that you get here. On the back of that, it tells you about self-love, harmony, growth, possibility, service, and destruction. And those are the colour codes. So you can see you've got pink, blue, green, purple, yellow, and brown. I need to blue tack this somewhere close to where I do readings so I can refer to it. So I'll pop that out of the way. They include the Grandmother's House Spread, which you can see here. And then they also include the Grandmother's Garden Spread. So there's 2 spreads included. And then you have these beautiful cards. You can see the card backs here are absolutely adorable. They're all in like, come on, Rachel, use your maths. It's a hexagon, and it's like a beehive sort of connection there, but all the colours of the rainbow. These cards are blank. And these are so you can design either your own cards, or you can give these cards with personalised messages to the grandmother figures in your life. I'm going to keep them to one side and use them as stationery. I think they're just delightful. Then we have the guidebook, which I'll show you now, and then we have the actual deck that we're going to have a quick look through, but it has been shuffled, so it's not in number order. Will my OCD allow it? Yes. The cards, as you can see, are not edged, they are a plain white, and they are a large size card. So in comparison to the Prairie Majesty, they are the same size. These are not standard tarot size, they're much larger, but I can't wait to use this deck with the Gentle Tarot and with the Prairie Majesty and make them all come together to sing together, literally. It will be beautiful. Moving back to the guidebook, you can see here it is full colour. It has a lovely intro page and contents. I love this rainbow at the top of the contents. It can tell you there everything that's in there, including Kara's story, grandmother energy, how to use a deck, some suggested spreads, and then the sections are divided. So you've got the self-love, the harmony, the growth, the possibility, the service, and then you've got the destruction. And then we've got Kara's story there that she explains. And then we've got the grandmother energy, which it tells you about how to use the deck. So it gives you the sections there again, how to prepare your deck, how to center yourself, to set your intentions, and then it explains about how some people like to shuffle and some people like to pull certain cards in certain ways. It gives you some suggested spreads. So you've got the grandmother's house spread there, the grandmother guardian spread, the grandmother's garden again, and you've also got how to use them with the Prairie Majesty Oracle, which is something I mentioned before. So I'm really excited about using this and pairing them up. So we start here with a double page. You can see one side's a wonderful picture and the other side is listed with the cards that are in this section. So you've got the grandmother amethyst card, and it tells you all the meanings and the key words, and it gives you a little picture of the card in colour, and then it gives you the guidance and a lovely quote here. The same with every other card. So they've all got numbers, as you can see, the numbered. And if you look at the sides, the colours in the guidebook, you could flick through and find which section you're looking for, because they're all colour coded. I love that. So at the end of the book, once we've gone through all our cards, we then have a small about section, that tells you about Kara and Marry in the Sky. So absolutely gorgeous guidebook. I will be using this. Thank you very much. I'll put that to one side, and we'll now have a quick look at the cards that, as I've warned, are not in order because I have shuffled them. They are beautiful. I've already talked about the card backs. So here we go. We've got Grandmother's Time, and this is surrender. And it gives you a message at the bottom. Return to the now. This moment influences past, present and future. And you've got a number there on the card, so you can then refer to the guidebook. And you've also got your colour there for the colour section that it refers to. Okay. And the colour that the purple refers to is possibility. So this is a card of possibility. So I do love that they're all colour coded. I love that they're numbered so you can go to the guidebook. So I'm just going to flick through these names. I'm not going to read every bit of information from each card, but look at the imagery there. Isn't it absolutely stunning? So that's Grandmother's Time. And then we've got Grandmother's Bear, which is permission. Isn't it beautiful? It's just so lovely. And then we've got Grandmother's Hermit Crab, Sanctuary. The imagery is so Gentle Tarot. But yeah, combined with Kara's sort of Prairie Majesty sort of theme here, I love it. Grandmother Zebra, Confidence. Then we have Grandmother Spiral, Wisdom. Love this card. I love the artwork. This is just stunning. Grandmother Iris with Connection. Then we have Grandmother's Brook with Humour. These cards are all matte. And they're really lovely to shuffle. There's sort of a papery feel to them, but they're just lovely to hold. Look at the reflections there on that lovely stream. Then we've got Grandmother's Primrose, Self-Trust, bold and bright and beautiful. Grandmother's Bluebell, Hope. Grandmother's Lightning, Burst. It feels like a very towery moment. Grandmother Ostrich with Honesty. The imagery is just absolutely divine. Grandmother Rosemary for Source. Grandmother Pearl for Viewpoint. And this feels like a spacious tarot image to me because I've seen this sort of image before. Absolutely stunning. Grandmother Oak, Strength. Grandmother Linden for Frequency. I love this frequency with a rainbow there. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Grandmother Orca for Power. I used to love watching Free Willy, the killer whale. It's just such a beautiful card. Grandmother Prickly Pear Cactus for individuality. I like that card. Grandmother Squash Blossom for abundance. Grandmother Earthquake for friction. Look at this. Isn't it fantastic? Grandmother Octopus for legacy. Grandmother Amethyst for enoughness. I love the messages as well, because it says, child, you are beloved. So it's like speaking to you like from your ancestors, if you will. It's just so well done. Grandmother Butterfly for transformation. Of course, a butterfly transforms. Well, sorry, a caterpillar transforms. Grandmother Spider for creativity. But I love that the spider's web is over this sort of rainbow colour. I usually find spiders quite creepy otherwise. Grandmother Horse for volunteer. Grandmother Sunflower for nourishment. Grandmother Lapis Lazuli for truth. And I see this stone, but I also see the planet Earth. This artwork's just so stunning. This is one of my favourites. Grandmother Star for magic. Look at those northern lights in the background and the beautiful trees. Grandmother Prairie for exploration. It's just gorgeous. Grandmother Desert for exposure. Grandmother Turtle for equanimity. Grandmother Emperor Penguin for movement. And you can see in the background these sort of translucent shadows of penguins. I love how they've done the focus in that image. Grandmother Peppermint for reset. Grandmother Swan for silence. And the swans in the snow there. This is the one that I pulled before when I first shuffled the deck, and it's Grandmother Rain for acceptance with that double rainbow. It's beautiful. Grandmother Firefly for celebration. Grandmother Black Panther for passion. Grandmother Poppy for lineage. Grandmother Hummingbird for joy. This is delightful. Grandmother Ocean for freedom. And Grandmother Walnuts for mission. And then we've got Grandmother Pear for timing. How beautiful is this image? Look at all those leaves. And you can see all the fruit lined up and the moon in the sky. Grandmother Violet for introspection. Grandmother Raven for unknown. This is such a beautiful card. Grandmother Crocodile for death. Interesting. Grandmother Bumblebee for completion. Grandmother Gorilla for empathy. Grandmother Elephant for community. Elephants always live in a herd. Grandmother Orange for cheer. I love the colours. Grandmother Jasper for shield. Grandmother Humpback Whale for impact. Look at that skyline. Grandmother Shadow for awareness. And you can see the shadows of the flowers there. Grandmother Tornado. It's probably going to be me. Uprising. Beautiful imagery. Grandmother Dandelion for detoxification. Grandmother Mushroom for decay. It's such a beautifully thought out deck. Grandmother Volcano for change. That's another sort of towery card, isn't it? Grandmother Iguana for separation. And Grandmother Turkey for hindsight. Grandmother Wolf for healer. Grandmother Rose for unconditional love. Grandmother Lavender for homeostasis, sorry. The writing under the main title is in italic, and it's quite difficult to see when you're looking through a camera at the same time. Then we've got Grandmother Salmon for determination. Grandmother Stingray for surprise. Very Disney. I love it. Grandmother Moon for unity. That's just beautiful. Grandmother Weeping Willow for release. Grandmother Redwood for storyteller. Now, I remember going to California and seeing some of the world's tallest redwood trees, and obviously they've got some heck of a story to tell because they've been there for much longer than any of us. So it's a really impactful card. And then we've got Grandmother Shark for ache. So those cards have all got beautiful messages, and they've got the most beautiful card backs. And of course, they can be used with a Prairie Majesty Oracle, or they can be used with the Gentle Tarot, and they can be used with other decks obviously as well. I'll be using these to combine with many decks, I'm sure, in the future. I can't wait to use the Song of the Grandmothers. It's such a beautiful deck, great guidebook, and I love these little cards that come with it. So I'm going to actually pin that one to my wall so I can look at it when I'm doing readings. And then the blank cards are just a lovely additional touch to spread some love. Beautiful, beautiful deck. It is available to purchase online, I believe. So if you go to joyfulresonance.com, you'll be able to find your copy there. If you've got this deck, let me know what you think about it. If you haven't, let me know what you think from the video that I've made. Let me know what you think of the cards, and let me know if this is something that will be on your wish list. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this informative. Take care.